A customized screen game where you put your students' faces into the game. That's what we're talking about today on the Practical Youth Ministry Tips podcast. My name is Eric with a K, and I am your host, and I'm really glad you are here today. So I have been playing with this game. It's that I'm absolutely loving. And it's by the folks at YM360. And let me tell you, they put out some great stuff. And I'm gonna come back to that in a minute. We're gonna look at the game first, and then we'll come back to YM360 because they got a whole bunch of stuff. They're not sponsoring me in any way. I just love what they do. I love who they are. I love the hearts behind what they do. And this game is by them, and I bought it, and I think you're gonna really, really like it. So the game is called Extreme Head Counting. Head Counting. It is really good. So I want to show you how the game works, and then talk about a few ways that I've used the actual game, and then got some freebies for you if you hold on to the very end of the video that I think you'll really like. All right, so let's take a look at this game, and there's two layers to it. Okay, there's the presenters layer, and then what the people in your audience will see on their screens layer. Okay, so because I'm using one screen, I'm gonna have to move it around a little bit. You'll see what I'm talking about. Let's take a look at it. Okay, here is what you see as the presenters, the person running it. You see extreme head counting. You see launch game, which we'll do in just a minute. Play, how to play, which will just take you to their website to show you how to play the game. You can set up displays, and you can see how you can lay them out. There's lots of options for laying them out. I just have one screen right now, which says you have only one display. When you launch a game, it will go full screen mode. And of course, support. So what I've done is you put in as many different heads as you want in here. Okay, so I did this at a camp where I spoke. This is Darren Sutton, my friend Bailey. Spoke at their camp. It was an astronaut theme, so we put in an astronaut's helmet. These are some random students. Now, they're not actual students, which I'll talk about in a moment as well. That's AI generated. But let's talk about how this game works. First you're going to do is you're going to click launch. Well, before I click this, because we're going to lose the background and there's music to it and stuff. But you're going to click launch game, and then you can see before we toggle to extreme mode, which is the actual gameplay, you use a like preview example where you launch it, and you'll see a background, and then you hit any key on your keyboard, and it will launch these different heads up into the air. It's pretty awesome. The game doesn't actually start until you toggle to extreme mode, which is I'm going to hit with a space bar, and at the end you can show the score. All right, so let's check this out. Okay, you see here, I'm going to click launch game. I'm going to move this out of the way. That's the background. Now I'm going to turn off the sound because it's kind of loud. It overpowers me talking here. But then you press any key, and you're going to see this. This is what it sounds like. And you basically tell the students, this is your example screen. You're telling the students, keep track of how many heads you see flying, and whoever gets closest without going over will win. Okay? Now, so that's the example mode. I'm going to press this space bar and turn on extreme mode, and this is the sound you get too. Now I'm going to turn the sound off because it's loud. But so then you're going to do the same thing. Keep track. Here's the actual game. I'm going to sort of keep track. I'm going to take a guess in a second. I'm going to say 55, and you press enter. I'm going to do one more, maybe two more. Okay, I'm going to say 58. I'm going to hit enter. Oh, 53, pretty close, but I went over. So that's the game. So the way I would use it one of two ways probably. One, somebody's going to win a prize. Whoever gets closest to it, they're going to write down. You can have them up on stage, or you can have everybody in the audience with a number, and they put it in, they put their name in. However you want to do it. It's probably easier to bring students up on stage, right? Give them a chance to write on a whiteboard or a notepad or a piece of paper, whatever, or the phones, however you want to do it. And they win a prize. Or you could do it, you could do like 4 rounds to choose who's going to actually play in whatever game you're doing. So this could be the game setup. Super fun, and you can use that as a tiebreaker as well. Now, let me show you how to put these heads in here. So there's several different ways. First of all, I'm going to click Add Heads. Now these are the ones I already have in here. Okay, so they've already have the background placed in there. But what I want to do is show you how I put in these heads. These, again, these are AI generated. These people don't exist. Now, I'm putting in some AI generated pictures. You're going to want to use your students' faces and your leaders' faces. So I would recommend take a bunch of pictures at the beginning of your session. As students are coming in, take their pictures. I'm going to show you how you remove the background and make it so that it works for the game. But that can all be done on the side. Have somebody doing that while you're doing all of your other stuff. But this is how I'm going to do it. Let's take a look at it. All right. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go to this website. This website is called This Person Does Not Exist. So you can go up here and you can click gender. So I leave it at any age. I put 12 to 18 years old. Ethnicity, you can change that if you want. And then you hit refresh image. And there is a new person. Now, download this for your project, download for free, right? So $15 if you want to download a free project, download for free. You have a watermark. We're going to do that because we're just having fun with this. Now, once this is done, I'm going to go to this website called remove.bg. You're essentially removing the background. You can also do this in Canva if you have it, or Photoshop, or photop.com, which is a freebie kind of Photoshop clone. Not quite to the level of Photoshop, but I use it all the time. But this is, you upload an image to remove the background. So we're going to upload that image that we just downloaded. So drag and drop. Now I'm going to just download, I don't need an HD version of this. So I'm going to download it. Now I've got this. So now I've put it into that folder, and I'm going to click this right here. And now you can see I've added that picture in. Now there's another way you can do this too. If you don't want to go through that, you want to just kind of do it quickly. Okay, so once you've gotten your picture into a folder, I'm going to click down here, create an image. I'm going to grab that. And now you just, all you do is grab these circles, and it's not going to be great. I'm going to kind of do it quickly here. Click Save Photo. We'll call it Eric. Save. And then we'll close out of here. And now we're going to add a head. And you can see it's Eric. There we go. Okay, so now let's take a look at it, how it would actually play with the background. Music's on. Now you can also use these things here. You can click here instead of, and that's what's you're gonna see that on your screen anyhow. And you can also click toggle extreme mode. Of course, the music off by just clicking on those buttons, but they have also made it super simple. But here we go. Right, you can see all of that happening. You click that from your screen, or you can click any key. And then you can click that to show the score. There's your score, 31. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So there you go. That's how extreme head counting by YM360 works. Like, it's so good. They've got a bunch of premium games. I actually want to take you to the website to take a look at that, and then we're going to talk about some freebies in just a minute. By the way, speaking of freebies, I've written an ebook and a companion audiobook that I want to give to you for free. If you haven't already grabbed it, there's a link in the description below. Grab that. It talks about why we do games in youth ministry, a bunch of low prep and no prep games that I've included in there, and 15 best practices to make you a game master, to make you or whoever's leading your games, students, adult leaders, whoever's leading the games, they will be much better if they just kind of follow the process and make it so that the games are fun and easy to explain and understand. So all of that stuff is in that ebook and companion audiobook. We'd love to give that for you for free. But now let's take a look at YM360's website, and we're going to take a look at some of the games that they have on there. So here's their website. They have curriculum, they have camp stuff, they have training, they got tons of great articles, lots of information. I want to go to the store. By the way, they make some of the funniest videos also. We're going to go to the store, and you can see Sunday School Bible Studies, D Now, retreats, midweek, believers, devotions, youth ministry strategy, featured youth ministry resources. We're going to go to the game. So they have an annual membership for $49.99, and you get a $100 credit to spend on any of their games. And then you get up to 70% off of other games that you purchase throughout the year. That's for a whole year. Now, let's take a look at their games. So they have their classic games, which are typical screen games. You'll see here. These are like, you can find at powerpointgames.com, which I run. But these are screen games, a lot of trivia type of stuff, fun games. You can see here, I mean, there's just a ton. There's so many. You can keep loading more products. These are great. But what I used today was what they call a premium game. So we're going to take a look at the premium games here. And you can see now these are $14.99 unless you have the annual plan, and then they're $7.49. Most of them, I believe. But you can see they just have, these are all like run on that kind of, you're downloading basically an app, and you can see, again, just a ton of games. There's another one I'm going to be reviewing in the next month or so that I just think is amazing. So there's just a lot. And it's that style. In some ways, a lot like crowd control games that we looked at the trivia time. So, the freebie. I talked to Jake Rasmussen, who works at YM360. I said, "Do you guys have any freebies?" And he said, "Yes." Scroll down to the bottom of the screen. Take a look under blog. It says free stuff. Here's all the free stuff. So they've got Bible study, quiet time stuff, countdown videos, games, strategy checklist, 25 rec games for youth ministry summer camp. Your store, short-term mission stuff. This game, Build a Burger, is really fun. Like look at all of this free stuff they're giving away just because you're watching today. Okay, that's not true. It's for everybody. So you just go to YM360, scroll down to the bottom under free stuff. It just keeps going. There's Christmas stuff. Friends, the guys over at YM360 do fantastic stuff. They're really great. They do a lot of like live streams. Where they do a lot of giveaways, and it's usually when they're sharing some new thing that they have put together. But it's so quality, and I'm telling you, grab this game, grab any one of their games. The premium games, I'm telling you, like they're just amazing, so well done, and you can get any of those freebies to try out right away. And I hope this has been helpful to you. If it was. If it's encouraging, would you click the share button? Let somebody else know so that they can get onto the train here, so they can see what's going on. I have some new content every single week. Next week, I'll just give you a little insight. Next week, I'm talking social media with a guy who knows what he's talking about. Okay? So jump on. We'll catch you next week on the YouTube channel here. Have a great week. See ya.